In much the same way, Russian Bakram Murtazaliev crashed into the consciousness of the general boxing punter, who may not have been all that familiar with him before he did a demolition job on Aussie Tim Tszyu. Both Serhii Bohachuk and Israil Madrimov announced their place on the boxing stage off the back of excellent performances in their last bout, respectively, despite both receiving a loss. Both fighters have somewhat emerged from obscurity, and while still fresh in the minds of everyday boxing fans, and not just the boxing diehard ultras, it only makes sense to strike while the iron is hot. And so, December 21st in Saudi Arabia at the Kingdom Arena, and on the cracking undercard of Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury 2, Bohachuk and Madrimov will serve as the chief support to the main event. The night of boxing should be exactly what was found in Caitlyn Jenner's partying tote bag that she took home with her from hospital after her successful transition. Nuts! So let's check it out, but first this. Let me ask you, do you want to be in the moment and not just capture the moment? Well, let Xbot Go's AI sports cameraman empower your smartphone. The industrial-grade computer vision algorithms and tracking system intuitively identifies the focal point on the field, let's say a ball or a player, and autonomously tracks it with smooth and professional zooms and pans. Next time little Timmy is on the soccer pitch or Julie is at gymnastics, you can watch on knowing the Xbot Go will capture the action with accuracy as you watch on and cheer for your loved one. Using Follow Me 2.0, Xbot Go applies re-identification technology to identify and lock onto athletes by appearance, body shape, and jersey number. It's great for sports like soccer, basketball, hockey, football, rugby, lacrosse, and so much more. Activate Follow Me and record yourself as you train, then watch it back for some analysis. You can even live stream, and the Xbot Go app allows you to edit your content as you go, with up to 20 gigabytes of storage. Xbot Go is the only one consumption-grade AI product that can realize team sports tracking and recording with such precision and professionalism. Don't just record the moment, be in the moment. Act now, click the referral link in the description section below. By doing so, you can also take advantage of an exclusive discount. Don't forget to also check out Xbot Go's official website for more information on their products, accessories, and the latest Xbot Go news and updates. Let's get back to the video. There were many a disgruntled boxing fan that felt Serhii El Flaco Bohachuk deserved the victory over Virgil Ortiz Jr. in his last bout. Despite knocking the Texan down twice and giving Ortiz Jr. his toughest fight yet, Bohachuk would go on to lose by a razor-thin margin on the scorecards after 12 rounds, with two judges giving it to Ortiz 114 to 112, with the third judge deeming the fight a draw. I personally predicted Ortiz to win, but if I'm honest, I feel a draw was at the very least more justified. Regardless, it was a fire fight from the outset and exactly the kind of fight one would expect from Bohachuk. The Ukrainian proved to be all heart and grit with an unyielding engine and pressure against Ortiz. Despite losing his WBC interim status that night, said he made a lot of fans in the stands and those watching at home. In 26 professional bouts, he has been stopped just once, with 2 losses overall. In the ring, El Flaco brings with him power and presence. A fan favourite style, his relentlessness guarantees action against anyone willing to trade with him. He's got an exciting style and will take punches to land his own, but it's a style that comes at a great cost to health. By the time he's 40, he's likely going to sound like James Toney or Evander Holyfield, for example. God bless them both. It's also a style that works best against more flat-footed fighters who lack agility, mobility, and power to keep guys like Bohachuk off of them. Against Madrimov, however, what he'll get is tricky, unpredictable movement, explosiveness, and speed, more so than most of his previous opponents. Coming off an equally impressive performance and almost as controversial an outcome as the Bohachuk vs Ortiz Jr. fight is the former decorated amateur Israil "The Dream" Madrimov. Madrimov gave his last opponent, Terence Crawford, all sorts of trouble in their bout early this year in August. In fact, it was 1 week before Bohachuk would lose his bout to Ortiz. The scorecards were tight, but in my opinion, Crawford did earn the decision to become a 4-division champion and in his first fight at a new weight. What's important here is perspective. Israil Madrimov, in only his 12th fight since turning pro in 2018, attempted his first title defense against an active pound-for-pound great, multi-division champ, 2-division undisputed champion, and first ballot future Hall of Famer, and almost pulled it off. Many believe that he did win. Madrimov's style is a puzzle for most fighters to figure out. Rhythm change-ups, fast feet and coordination, strong, durable with crisp counter-punching ability and impressive ring IQ. He is equal parts boxer/puncher, and against basic one-dimensional opponents, Madrimov is almost guaranteed to get his hand raised on fight night, one way or another. 10 wins with 7 of them by KO, 1 loss and 1 draw. He might not have as many knockouts as his upcoming opponent, nonetheless, it's still an impressive stoppage ratio, and he's only had about half the pro fights as Bohachuk. This will be pressure fighter versus boxer puncher, and I think there can only be one way this ends. If I'm wrong, I'll recreate the Buffalo Bill mirror scene from Silence of the Lambs for my workmates at our Christmas breakup barbecue. But I think that to beat Madrimov, you do need to be cerebral and multi-dimensional. You need to be able to time him, shrink the ring on him and limit his mobility, but you also need to be patient and not fall for any counter-punching traps. It's a tough ask. Madrimov is precise and accurate, and his shots are explosive. Bohachuk has heavy, thudding punches, but they lack the whip-like speed that Madrimov possesses. Bohachuk never stops coming at you, and he can absorb a tremendous amount of punishment. He can also hurt you, but against a tricky moving target like Madrimov, he might be getting hit with a wide, lopsided punch versus getting punched ratio. Both fighters have an incredible engine, in much the same way that William Zepeda, another fighter who not long ago emerged from the periphery of the pro boxing ranks, also has an endless gas tank. But if Bohachuk can't wear Madrimov down and out, he runs the risk of getting tattooed with shots to the head and body all night. Bohachuk is durable as shit, but I actually think Madrimov stops him late from a culmination of nasty body shots. I have Madrimov by late stoppage. What say you?
Thank you for watching Pound for Pound TV. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates. See you in the next one.